Hi everyone, I am Allie Wedding. I just wanted to make this short video just to kind of share my story with you guys, how I got started with Nerium, and what it's like being a young entrepreneur with Nerium International. So I am 24 years old as of now, but whenever I got started with Nerium, I was 22. And I don't know if you guys can relate or maybe think back to a point in your life where something was kind of dropped into your lap whenever you least expected it but really, really needed it the most. That's what Nerium was for me. So 2 years ago, my sister actually told me about Nerium and I was not interested whatsoever. Mainly because honestly, I tried 2 other companies before and I never really made any money. So I was spending so much and I was never getting anything back in return. And so, you get involved in business to make money, not spend it. So I was really turned off to the whole idea, to be honest with you. Eventually she was super persistent with me that I just decided, fine, you know what, it's my sister, she must have, my best at heart here, so I should just stop being silly and go and look at it. And I'm so glad that I did, because I went to a dinner where they showed just the numbers and the product and what was projected with the company. And now really dear friend of mine, Caroline Conlon, had done that. And I saw those numbers and I was blown away by what the company had done. Now, to give you a little bit more of a backstory for me, so at the time when this was all happening, I was working for a family business. And don't get me wrong, I was super grateful for that opportunity, but it just wasn't for me. It wasn't something that I could foresee me doing for the rest of my life. Working at a plumbing company or driving a plumbing truck around just wasn't my thing. And I was also doing Uber and Lyft. So I was always, kind of just doing whatever for some extra money. And then I was cleaning houses as well. So literally, I was a jack of all trades. It's kind of what I was. So when people ask me what my background was, it was like I'm a college dropout and a jack of all trades. So I was doing those 3 things and I wasn't really being fulfilled by it. But I knew that there had to be something else out there, because I was really into helping other people. I was really into the aspect of living my best life, that type of thing. And I found that within this company. I got to see that, we are the biggest corporate donors to Big Brothers and Big Sisters. And the fact that the product that they have, we have now, whenever I was looking at it as an outsider, I was like, well, okay, this makes sense. Everybody has skin. Everybody wants to make it simple. And everyone has a brain and a body. So it's really not gender specific. So the market is really wide open for who you can actually go to with this. And then you're in a space of anti-aging and wellness, which are the 2 biggest spaces in direct sales. So you really can't go wrong there. And then on top of that, I was really looking at the fact that everything was patented and there was clinical trials that backed it all. So it was legit. It was real. It wasn't just a product that they came out with, they slapped a label on and then said, move on your way. It was, it's been products that they've done years and years of research behind, that way that they could bring it to the marketplace and have it actually work and deliver real results, which I thought was a really big part of it, being in business with them. So when I saw all of this, I was really, truly mind blown by it, because I was in 2 other companies that they didn't have any of this stuff, none. And so I thought, okay, what if? The what if factor started rolling in my head. Okay, what if I could let go of, those jobs? What if I could pay off credit card debt? What if I could eventually be a stay-at-home mom? What if this could help pay for her wedding? Because mind you, at that time, whenever Nerium came around, we were getting ready to get engaged and we were getting ready to plan a wedding. So all that was coming up too. And so I said, okay, I'm not like selling a kidney, I'm not selling an organ here. I should just give it a shot. Worst case scenario, it doesn't work, but at least I'll know, I'll see if this works for me and give it a try. That was probably the best decision I've ever made in my life, to be honest with you. It's completely and utterly shaped and molded our future in a different way that I don't think would have been possible without this. My husband and I, because he does this in his spare time as well, and I do it more so full time now, which is really part-time hours making a full-time residual income. It's really given me both of us really, the opportunity to dream again and really look at life and know that we are the creators and what we want. It's not based around our boss or, the job that we work 9 to 5, telling us when we can take vacation, what clothes we can wear, and, what hours we have to work and all that stuff. It's really based upon us, and we have the power to change that. So Nerium has really given us that whole new world of being able to just have that control. So I think for myself, having that freedom and flexibility within my schedule, because I have a stepson, and so whenever he's here, if he needs to be taken care of, or if he needs to be picked up from school, that's there. Also, I have a nephew that I watch 2 days a week now, so he doesn't have to go into daycare. So again, that would never have been there if it weren't for this. And then on top of that, I've been able to help so many people across the board, no matter what age they are. We have people on in our organization that are 19 years old, all the way up to in the 60s. So it doesn't really matter who it is, doesn't matter the background, male, female, career background, doesn't matter. And honestly, that's probably been my favorite part about this, is being able to help that wide range and wide variety of people. And on top of that, honestly, being able to see their lives change and being able to help open up their eyes to what really their life can be just because of this thing called Nerium. So we've produced Lexus car bonus earners, we've produced a bunch of different ranks, and then we've also produced a bunch of people that were able to, go on to the free all expense paid trips by Nerium. So it's been such a wild ride and such a wild journey. If you're looking at this video and you're contemplating if you can do this, if you're contemplating if you could see yourself doing this, I'm going to tell you now, the fact that you're watching this video means that you are interested, and it means that you have that feeling in your gut. And if there's one thing I can tell you, is when you have a feeling in your gut, it means you should just run with it and go with it. Because if you don't, you'll never know what this could have done for you, truly and honestly. Second of all, so if you're maybe wondering, can you actually do this? Okay, can you text somebody? Can you call somebody? Can you use social media? Can you email somebody? Can you have someone try something? Can you share something with somebody? This is very similar to what we do in today's day and age with anything, So like we talk about Uber and Lyft if we've had a really great experience. We talk about the movies we like, the wine we like, the beer we like. We talk about the, I know for myself, like right now we are getting ready to go on another all expense paid trip with Nerium. So I'm asking people different websites for bathing suits. So I'm asking this, people are giving me their reviews and they're not getting paid for it. Unlike with Nerium, you're going to share a product that you like or that you believe in, and you're going to get paid for it. So there's really no difference there, except you're actually making a business out of this versus you're not making a business out of referring things to people, whether it's that bathing suit or a vacuum, for instance. So there's really no risk with this. Like I said, you're obviously on here. You're obviously watching this video because you have an interest. The other thing that I will say, which was a big thing for me, was knowing I didn't have to constantly put money out and money into this. So the fact that you can start with one of the business packs and truly be in profit mode in as fast as a time period. Whenever I officially started doing Nerium, because it took me a bit once I signed up because I was just a little nervous. Once I officially started, I made my money back within 3 weeks of doing the business. And that wasn't that hard. I had gotten, I think it was 13 customers in that month. And to be honest with you, I utilized social media for the first couple months because I was so afraid to actually talk to people. So if that can say anything to you, if I can make my profit back in 3 weeks, excuse me, and not my profit, but my investment back in 3 weeks and then be in profit mode, that says a huge, huge thing about this. The other thing that I will say on the other end of the spectrum from being and coming from a family business background, I look at someone who owns a brick and mortar, and whenever they start that brick and mortar or a franchise for that matter, they're going to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to get involved in that business, have overhead, and have all these things that they have to constantly pay. And usually on average, it's between year 5 and 10 that they're somewhat making a profit back if they haven't went under by now, because it's hard to own a business. It's hard to own a brick and mortar business. So this is completely different. It's so super simple to do. honestly, it really is, because if you have a mouth and you talk to people, you just share this. You just simply share it. So that's the other end of the spectrum, really looking at like, you know, it on that case, how much time has to go by in order to really make a profit versus this, where you can literally have a profit in as little as literally a day. I mean, it's completely up to you of how much time goes past before you make that profit back. The other thing that I will say is that you don't have to continue to put money into this. So really being able to say, okay, I'm gonna get this starter pack, this business pack, and I'm going to want to bring in X amount of dollars a month. Well, as long as you get 3 customers that are equaling 175 total, which is super easy. So let's just make this really great example. 3 people get a night cream. Okay, you're solid. You have free product coming for next month, which means you're only going to pay tax and shipping. So to me, that is free because I'm not having to pay for product, and you're going to get that for free. So as long as you have and maintain 3 customers, that's honestly all you have to do to get that monthly product for free. So technically there's no auto ships with this. The other thing that I will say is we have something called Nerium Edge, which has a bunch of different, it's like a bunch of tools in the toolbox there, but one of the things with that is going to be the Go Prospect app, which you can use from your phone, from an iPad. It's really user friendly and it's fantastic. It's the one thing that I will invest in, honestly, in my business, because it's like $1 a day, and I can go to Target and spend $30 in not even 30 minutes, okay? So it's $1 a day, and you can kind of run your business from that. There's videos on it, it syncs with your contacts, there's PDFs, it goes in all types of different languages in the countries that we're in. So it's a really great tool to have. So that's optional for you, but that's the one thing that you'd be putting back into this. Otherwise, honestly, you just, once you make the money back, you're really just in profit mode. So like I said, you're on here for a reason, and you're wanting to know a little bit about somebody else that is in their 20s, or in my age range, or have some type of background that's similar to mine, and you want to know how it works, and you want to know if it's going to work for you. And I'm here to tell you it will, and it can, because I am no different than anybody else out there doing this. If I can do this, you surely can do it too. So please feel free, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask the person that sent you on here. And I hope to see you welcome to the team sometime soon, because I believe in you, and I will continue to believe in every single one of you that jump on this opportunity until you believe in yourself, because that's what the company is about. So I hope you have a great evening, and thanks for hopping on.